Now, season 4 of The Boys is just fast approaching June 12th, and I just freaking can't wait. But before we get into this season, I'd like to refresh you guys on the crazy WTF moments that happened last season 3, which was totally insane with how they managed to top themselves in terms of the gore, the action, the messed up stuff, and also carry the characters and the story forward. So here are 21 insane WTF moments in season 3 of The Boys. Yeah. At number 21, we have Charlize Theron making a cameo in the 7 movie. I don't think anyone who watched the premiere of The Boys season 3 expected to see Charlize Theron, one of the best actresses out there, to show up. And this is also after she made her debut in the MCU in Multiverse of Madness. And here she is the following month in the premiere of The Boys. The sad thing about it is that they couldn't get her to become a regular or have a full season like Soulja Boy, Jesse Ackles did in season 3. That would have been super crazy and amazing. Maybe, hopefully, in the future.
Die, Wintermensch.
Boys. At number 20, we have Butcher taking the 10V and killing Gunpowder. We all saw from the trailers that Butcher is going to get powers. The only thing is that we didn't know how he was going to get it. But we saw that it was Maeve who has been helping him all along. And given how Butcher just hates soups in general, he's willing to cross that line that you never thought a person like him would cross. And that is by taking the 10V, which will give you temporal powers. And then he just went ham and killed Gunpowder. This was just visceral on the dark side that Butcher is treading on and how his powers are even uncontrollable at this point. At number 19, we have Maeve versus Homelander's fight. This is from the last episode, and I never thought that Maeve would be able to go toe-to-toe with Homelander like this. We knew Homelander is super powerful. He's killed all his opponents just by lasering them for the most part. So to see Maeve being able to hurt him, make him bleed, man, that was just crazy. Now at 18, we have Homelander and Ryan's end scene in the last episode. Ryan, if care is not taken, and depending how the show is going, he's going to be far worse than Homelander. Butcher just made a horrible choice in alienating this poor child and just try to protect him. We all understand that. But come on, did you just seriously forget what Becca told you to do? And in this scene, we see Homelander just brutally kill someone for trying to hurt Ryan. And to see Ryan with that slow smile, man, it just shows how Homelander is already a bad influence on him without even teaching him much. At number 17, we have Homelander killing Supersonic. I mean, when this guy came on, we thought that he was just super nice and maybe deep inside or down the line, he's going to betray Starlight. But he was actually a decent guy, but he just trusted people so quickly. Like A-Train of all people, and he's trusting him, giving him all the information on how they want to take down Homelander. And A-Train just betrays them all just to get the favor of Homelander. And Homelander just does what Homelander does. He kills Supersonic and threatens Starlight that all that shit that they've been planning is scrapped, just like the Bad Girl movie. # release the Bad Girl. Anyway, it was just a terrifying scene. We didn't know what he was going to do to Starlight, but hopefully she survived. At 16, we have A-Train killing Blue Hawk. This was a wild, crazy scene. After that whole scene where Blue Hawk caused A-Train's brother to, be paralyzed from the waist down, people were just so mad at A-Train that they were like, maybe this is just karma. But we just feel bad for the brother that this is no fault of his. It's just A-Train. If he had done something earlier, that would not have happened. A-Train at this point also starts to know how it feels like to be in that situation, to be powerless. And this time around, he just took matters into his own hand and he just destroyed Blue Hawk. Like he was like, this is do or die. I'm gonna kill him even if it means I die myself. And people were hyped for this scene, but at the same time, I don't think this is a redemption arc for him. Hopefully in season 4 maybe. Now at 15, we have the musical scene and Kimiko and Frenchie's kiss. I mean, this just came out of nowhere. Like, I was like, what the hell is going on? Is this real? After Kimiko is hurt and lost her powers, she now feels like a normal girl. So when we saw her seemingly able to talk a little and the musical scene just started, we just thought that, hey, maybe this is happening. I mean, come on, this is the boys' show. Anything is possible. And then we learned that it was just all in her head and she laid a kiss on Frenchie. We know their relationship have come a long way from season 1, and it just felt good that something positive was happening in the boys. At least Frenchie and Kimiko are happy with all the chaos going around this season. Now at number 14, we have Kimiko's mission or her fight scene in episode 4, where she has to just destroy these guys with dildos that are modeled after the 7. That's just the boys' way. 1 minute you see people exploding, the next you see people dying by dildos. But the sad thing about this scene is that even after all Kimiko did and saved these poor girls, they still shot her because they were afraid. And that's one of the things that Kimiko just hates about herself now, that people fear her without even knowing her, and it's not even the fault of those people. But anyway, we got a brutal, massive dildo fight. At 13, we have Homelander making the Deep eat the octopus, Timothy. I mean, it's kind of messed up how Homelander just psychologically, mentally, like physically just destroys you as a whole. He brought the Deep in not only because he's a nice guy. I mean, we all know who Homelander is. He just brought him in so that he can use him. And you would think that he would treat his subordinates like really well, but nah. And it's kind of messed up how he treated the Deep, making him eat Timothy. But before that, even them eating seafood around him, knowing how the Deep is, his bond with marine life. This was just a gross and just horrifying and sad scene for the Deep. At number 12, we have Homelander forcing. I mean, when you think Homelander can't get any worse, this scene just proves you wrong. So Homelander is sent to save a girl from committing suicide as part of his annual birthday save. This is just messed up to even think about. And whilst there, he sees that Stormfront has committed suicide. She's dead, and he completely snaps and tells the girl that she should jump. Just how uncomfortable the scene makes you, seeing this girl no longer wanted to end her life and Homelander just forces her to follow through. Man, this was just a messed up scene to say the least. Now at number 11, we have the Deep's threesome. And not threesome in the sense that it's with his wife and another girl. No, a threesome with an octopus. The one he met during the Herogasm scene that he and he proposes to his wife that he wants them to spice their sex life, and this is the way. The Deep this season has just been wild with all his octopus fetishes. At the halfway point, we have Homelander killing Black Noir. Oh my god. Just when Black Noir was starting to be fleshed out this season and not just be a background character, this happens. We see a little more of what happened to him, how and why he's always in a mask, why he doesn't talk. They just started to give much depth to this character, and then Homelander kills him because he lied to him. We all know Homelander, like, he really sees Black Noir as a friend, and Black Noir also feels the same way. We saw how Homelander looked and felt, but still that didn't stop him from killing him. And the thing is, with the new trailer for season 4, we've seen him in it, which means that he's alive, somehow survived. How they are going to explain that, whether they're going to take from the comics or, do their own thing, we will see. At number 9, we have Soldier Boy versus everyone. This is the end fight scene in the last episode, and it was freaking crazy. Soldier Boy is like, he's really strong, as they said. He took on everyone. So in this last episode, everything was going according to plan. They were going to take down Homelander. But as everything goes on in this show, things didn't go as planned, as Homelander brought Ryan into this scene and everything just went haywire from there. Even though Homelander tried to convince Soldier Boy that they are family and that they should stick together, Soldier Boy still tried to fulfill his end of the bargain, but Butcher changed his mind since Ryan came into the picture, and that led to an intense battle. I mean, you even got a brief team up between Butcher and Homelander. Soldier Boy versus Butcher, which then turned to the other team coming to help out. It was just a chaotic, intense scene overall. Now at number 8, we have Homelander's mirror scene. When we say Anthony Starr is one of the best actors out there right now, it's not just an exaggeration. Just watch this scene and let me know what you think. This scene, we saw how vulnerable Homelander is at this point. How he's trying to, still be in touch and still connected to his humanity. We saw that in this mirror scene where he's actually talking to himself, but it is his own psyche, where we now see this character who would have had a complete different path if he had just had someone to teach him, someone to love him, a family of his own. But nope, this is just how things turn out to be, and he's just that cruel, murderous, psychopathic killer that is just a hero to many who don't know the truth. At number 7, we have Starlight kissing Homelander. This came out of nowhere. So in the ending scene, Homelander and Starlight are recording their scenes for the American Hero show. And because Starlight has more followers and more stardom than him, he decides to open a bombshell by saying that he and Starlight are dating. And because Starlight and the boys also want to take him down, and getting closer to Homelander may be one of the tactics for their plan to work, Starlight does something that we never thought would happen on this show. She kisses him, and everything is recorded, which will be aired later on TV, with Homelander even giving them a hashtag HomeLight. It's just a sad scene for Starlight on what she has to do for them to be able to take him down, and that is even sacrificing her body. Now at number 6, we have Butcher, Soldier Boy, and Huey versus Homelander. This was during the Amazing Herogasm episode, and this fight went hard. That's why it's on the list and higher than the last episode's fight. Because the build-up was just so unreal. We knew that they were going to face each other, Soldier Boy and Homelander. We also knew that now that Butcher has had powers, he's also going to fight Homelander. But for it to take place in the 6th episode instead of the last episode, it was just amazing. Seeing Soldier Boy fight Homelander, Butcher coming in to help Soldier Boy, with Homelander shocked that Butcher has powers. Everything just went crazy in this scene, and to see Homelander for the first time in his life scared and has to run away, this was just epic. At the 5th spot, we have Maeve and Butcher having sex. Honestly, the reason why this is even higher on the list is because I don't think anyone saw this coming. Sure, you can say the same thing to some of the things on this list, but Butcher this season has just been going against his code, like from left and right, from him taking the Compound V to him teaming up with Maeve, another soup apart from Starlight, and him having this teamy craziness with Maeve, especially after Becca's death. Whew. Well, at least he got some after all the things he's been through this season. At the 4th spot, we have Homelander's PTSD. Who would have thought that Homelander will experience something that he never thought would happen to him? From him losing the fight in the Herogasm episode to him getting PTSD from Soldier Boy. I mean, that's just crazy just to think about. Homelander, thought to be the strongest, who has never been defeated, had to run away for the first time in his life, and now he's getting PTSD from the whole thing that happened to him. This was just unreal. At number 3, we have the Herogasm scenes. I mean, what else can I say? This was just crazy. Not as crazy as the comics, but it was one of the craziest things you ever watch on TV. People having sex, and crazy ones at that, using their powers in different ways and creatively at that. And Starlight and MM just navigating through all this bizarre, unreal situation. That's just all I'll say about that. I don't want to get my channel taken down. At the 2nd spot, we have the termite scene. Oh my god, this it just gives me just thinking about it. So this scene starts off with this couple and this soup and his boyfriend, and they take things to an extreme way of pleasure. So this guy, this soup, can turn small. Basically, he's like Ant-Man in the boys universe, and he shrinks down and enters the guy's pee. Oh my god. And because they were sniffing something, he sneezed and just turned to his original size and just completely destroyed this guy's lower half. It was just a brutal, uncomfortable, gross scene. I just want to skip past this part. Now at the number 1 spot, we have Homelander being revealed as Soldier Boy's son. This was just like, wait, what? When the season started and they started teasing Soldier Boy, and then we got to meet him, and then everything that happened in between, found out that he's the weapon that can actually kill Homelander, and then never did it cross our minds that he could be Homelander's father. Like, this trope has been done before, with Luke and Darth Vader, but in the boys' universe, this is the first time, and it sure came out of nowhere. And then when you start to piece all the clues that they left in the other episodes, you now start to realize, they were just planting the seeds all this time. And man, it was just mind-blowing to find this truth out, because it was like, this changes everything. Was Soldier Boy going to align himself with Homelander? But surely he kept his end of the bargain. It's just that shit just happened uncontrollably at the end. So that's it for the 20 insane WTF moments in season 3 of The Boys. Totally bonkers. The amount of gore, the action, the reveals, the twists and turns, and where certain characters' fates, are headed. Like, I just can't wait for season 4, which is like, if you watch the trailer, I even did a breakdown on it. Like, I can't wait to see what happens with our characters. How do they fight this fight in this particular point in time? Butcher's, situation with his health. And of course, the continuation of how the public reacts to, Compound V and all that. Season 5 is already greenlit. Same thing happened when season 3 dropped for season 4. So, I saw it coming. But the way that, Eric Kripke, the one who created the show, did everything, he said that, it was going to end at season 5. But now they are backtracking, because the show is doing well. And why end at season 5? Honestly, people are, some people are saying, if you go for too long. But The Boys being The Boys, the show, like season 1 to 3 has been amazing. Season 4, no doubt, is going to be crazy and amazing. So I'm down for maybe season 6 and maybe season 7. Look at Supernatural. The show went on for 14 seasons. I'm not saying, every episode was perfect, but there are certain things we wouldn't have gotten if it didn't last that long. And I pretty much enjoyed almost everything. So I can't wait for season 4. I will be covering, some top 10 moments from episode 1 to 8 each time, an episode drop. So I do hope you stay tuned to the channel and subscribe and turn on that notification bell not to miss any new video. Also leave a like for this one, it does help the video and the channel out. Now that's it for the video. As always, Neddy Sage here. See you guys in the next one.